welcome to my class today. I'm going to be talking about what a pandemic is, and also just overall, because this week is Earth Week, and so I want to talk to you guys a little bit about what's kind of the elephant in the room right now. I know a lot of you guys will be learning about recycling, reducing, reusing, maybe processes in the earth, just overall about animals in the zoo, but today I wanted to talk to you guys about what's going on in the world, because this is also affecting the health of our planet, not just ourselves, but the health of our planet. So the first thing I wanted to tell you guys about this pandemic is that you should not be scared. It might be really scary right now because the WOW Center is closed, we're not going out into the community, people are wearing masks and you can't see their faces, so you might feel a little bit scared. People are talking about it on the news a lot and people are dying, but for the most part, there's no reason to be scared if we're all following certain rules to stay safe. And there's going to be a picture that's going to come up right now that's going to explain some things about how you can stay safe. I'm going to go over it with you guys. So number one, don't gather or don't recreate in large groups. That's why the WOW Center is closed right now. That's why we're not going to the center, because there's like 200 people there, and that's a really large group. When you have a really large group of people in a really small space, you allow for the disease to spread, and that would not be good, because right now we want to stop it in its tracks. So don't gather in large groups of people. Practice social distancing outdoors. So it is good to go for a walk, or to go step out in your balcony, or sometimes you need to go do groceries. When you're doing all these things, you still need to be practicing social distancing. That means if you're walking in the park and someone else is walking in the park, go on the other direction or stay 6 feet apart from them. Don't get any closer. The same thing when you go to the grocery store. Stay far apart from people. There's no reason to be close to them, even in the line. Take a big step back, but you should keep your distance. So use hand sanitizer regularly. If you're not going outside in your home, you can also just wash your hands. It's better to wash your hands than it is to use hand sanitizer. How long should you be washing your hands for? So you should be washing your hands for it's like singing the happy birthday song. You can sing it once, twice, but it should not be 5 seconds. It should be a good amount of time. And first you need to scrub your hands with soap and water, scrub it, and then you can turn the water on and wash your hands off. Don't put soap on and wash it off right away, because then you didn't do anything. So clean your hands constantly. Don't touch your face or your eyes. I do that all the time, and we all probably do it and we don't even realize it. It's best not to do that, because if you do that, that's how you can get sick, especially your mouth. Cough or sneeze into a tissue or flexed elbow. I also think it's best to cough into your shirt, but you can also use your elbow or a tissue. And if you feel sick, just stay home. There's no reason to go out. If you're not feeling okay and you think you have the coronavirus, before you go outside, you need to use a hotline online, and you can call a doctor. They're doing it for free. Baptist Hospital is offering apps that you can use to FaceTime a doctor and see if you should go to the hospital. If you go to the hospital and you're not that sick, you actually might get sick at the hospital by someone who does have coronavirus and is getting treated there. So unless it's an emergency, if you're having problems breathing or you think you're gonna pass out, then don't go to the hospital, call a doctor first. So these are some quick tips. There's one that's not in this list, and I think it should be, is when you do go outside to do groceries, wear protective personal equipment. That's what, personal protective equipment. That's what PPE stands for. That might have been something you've been hearing in the news a lot, because people are fighting over it because there's not enough to go around. If you are gonna go grocery shopping, you need to wear a mask. Especially now in Florida, there's a rule that you need to be wearing a mask. So you need to go out wearing some kind of mask that covers your nose and your mouth. You can also wear gloves. If you don't have gloves, I wasn't able to find any in the store, so I don't have gloves right now. So what I can do is take hand sanitizer with me when I go to the store and take Ziploc bags, and I can wear them as gloves when I need to grab something. And when you're at the store, don't touch your phone, because when you go home, then you need to clean your phone. Okay, so those are just some quick tips on how to stay safe during the pandemic. But what is a pandemic in the first place? What does that even mean? So I'm gonna tell you guys what a pandemic is. A pandemic is a global outbreak of disease. That means the disease is going all over the world. Pandemics happen when a new virus starts to infect people and spread to people really, really fast. Because there's no immunity against the new virus, it spreads worldwide. Do you guys know what immunity means? So immunity means the ability to fight something off. So our bodies are built with immunities. They fight off regular things that we might get when we're walking the street and there's dirt and other gross things. Our bodies can naturally fight certain things. It's why some of you guys, you guys get vaccinated. It's why you get the flu shot. Those are all reasons to, they build immunity so that you don't get sick with those things. But something like the coronavirus happens when there is no shot or vaccine or immunity for it. So now there's nothing stopping it. When you get the flu, you can go to the doctor and get a flu shot. So then you don't get the flu anymore. But coronavirus has always existed. There's just different kinds of coronavirus. Coronavirus just means that there is a human virus. But there's been a bunch of other ones. It's just this one is called COVID-19. This specific strand that we have is called COVID-19. So the virus that causes COVID-19 is infecting people and spreading easily person to person. Cases have been found in most countries worldwide, and community spread is being detected in a growing number of countries. On March 11th, the COVID-19 outbreak was characterized as a pandemic by the WHO. Who's the WHO? That's a funny question. But who is WHO? WHO means World Health Organization. Here you can see World Health Organization. WHO. They're an agency in the United Nations that's responsible for international public health. So they're kind of the ones that oversees and makes these huge decisions for the whole world almost. And so we really have to be listening to what they're saying, their recommendations. They usually send out things that you can do, things that you can do to stay safe. What the coronavirus is. They kind of explain all of that stuff. So I wanted to show you guys some pictures of what's happening right now because of the coronavirus. Because it's Earth Week, everybody's talking about reducing, reusing, and recycling. And we just finished talking a little bit about our PPE, our personal protective equipment. But what happens when you don't need it anymore and you're in the street? Well, people have been dumping their gloves and their masks out in the street, and it's starting to get really bad. It's called littering. There is so much littering happening because of this that our ecosystem and our world is going to be affected way past the fact that all of us are getting sick, but now our planet is going to get sick if we keep doing this. And I mean, the earth was already having its problems. People are always littering and it's not good. But because of the coronavirus, so many more people are littering and throwing these rubber gloves and these masks out on the street. And that's just not good. And there's a few pictures I'm going to show you guys right now so that you can see what it looks like. So this first picture is a bunch of gloves everywhere, thrown on the ground, some other trash. The next picture is a picture of masks that people are throwing on the ground. And this last picture is actually a picture of something I saw when I went grocery shopping. It's kind of crazy. I've heard about it in the news, but when I saw it in real life, in my own experience, I couldn't believe it. And I've seen people throwing their gloves and their masks out in the street when they get in their car, and it's just awful. Because one, a lot of those things you can reuse. Unfortunately, we do need to reuse our masks. I only have one mask. It was the last mask that we had. So when I go out to go do grocery shopping, unfortunately I need to reuse the same one. Gloves are a little different. You can't really reuse gloves. But again, with sanitizer or when you're done, you have to take them out carefully and roll them in. You can put them in a plastic bag. You can put them in a Publix bag, a Ziploc bag, and then you can throw it away in your garbage can. But don't leave them outside. In the picture I showed you guys, there was also a bunch of wipes, because the store I went to was handing out free wipes to sanitize the shopping carts. But when people were done, they just threw them in the air and tossed them out there. And it was covered everywhere. It was full of hand sanitizing wipes. So that was really sad. Alright guys, so overall, I just wanted you guys all to learn a little bit more about what a pandemic is, since it's a huge current event right now for us, and it's also part of Earth Week. Unfortunately, the Earth is kind of sick right now, and it's our job to help it get better and help us get better all together. So one of those ways is, please don't litter, don't throw your gloves and your mask out on the street, don't throw anything out on the street. Put it in a plastic bag and take it home until you can toss it in a garbage can. But another way we can do that is to stay home. You should not be going outside of your house right now. You need to be social distancing, washing your hands, drinking lots of water, and staying safe at home. There is no reason, aside from an emergency and grocery shopping, that you should be going out. But unfortunately, right now, we're not going to go see our friends or hang out. It's just for our protection and also the protection of everyone else that you live with. So I know that soon we'll be able to go back to normal, or have fun at the Well Center. We'll all be able to hang out again. But unfortunately for now, guys, we're gonna have to stay home. And the longer that we stay home and that we promise to stay safe and follow the rules that the WHO sent, the World Health Organization, the faster that this can get better, okay? So I added some videos at the end of this so that you guys can learn a little bit more about them. They're kind of cool videos. I liked watching them. I thought maybe you would too. So I hope you enjoyed the videos, and I'll see you later. Bye!
I want to tell you about something that is happening all around the world right now. It is the reason that you see a lot of people wearing masks over their faces. Outside, on the street, there is an illness, or what we call a virus. It makes people cough and feel sick. But if nobody is outside to catch it, the virus disappears. A virus is a tiny thing, so small that you can't see it with your eyes, only with special tools. The virus can get into our bodies and make us sick if someone coughs or sneezes near us, or if we touch something that a sick person touched. Otherwise, it can't travel far and reach us. So, if we stop gathering in groups, like in schools or in playground, or even at a friend's house, and stay inside our own house, we can make the virus disappear. Of course, your parents can still safely leave the house if they have to go to work or buy food or medicine. But the more we stay home, the faster the virus outside will disappear. Some adults are working on a medicine that can make the virus disappear even sooner. And you can help them by washing your hands with soap often. Warm water and soap kill the virus. While the virus is still outside, you can continue playing and learning and having fun at home. This is how you become a brave hero who helps to fight the virus and make it go away.
The coronavirus is so small that you need a special microscope to see it. Corona means crown in Latin. If you look at it, you can see why. It's round and has little antennas that stick out of it, just like the points on a crown. Viruses are odd. They don't eat and they don't poop. In order to live, they need to attach themselves to people. They travel in through the nose, the mouth, and even the eyes. Poof, just like that. air inside you, and you could get sick. Luckily, our body knows how to protect itself. Special cells battle against viruses and try to get rid of them. These cells make up your immune system. There are many types of coronavirus. They all come from the same family. But this time, a new family member popped up. Because of this, our immune system does not know how to get rid of it. And that's why a lot of people are so sick. Some people just get a little bit sick, like us children, for example. But even if we don't get sick, we do carry around viruses, which can jump inside other adults, like our parents, grandparents, or teachers. That's why they closed the schools. Since there are no medicines or vaccines, for now, the only way to stop the virus is to stop it from jumping from one person to the other. If someone sneezes or coughs, the virus travels through the air in droplets that can stick to door handles. If you touch one and then put your hands near your nose or mouth or rub your eyes, poof, the virus gets in. So, rule number 1, the golden rule. Wash your hands, often and well. When I wash mine, I sing happy birthday twice. Also super important, when you sneeze, sneeze into your elbow. And no fingers in your nose. No, no, no. Keep a distance of at least 1 meter from other people. But the thing that works best is staying at home for at least a while. Like this, the virus will be so bored and won't have anyone to stick to, and poof will go away.